It is very puzzling that in a number of economies, including advanced economy, you have some kind of consensus to think that the weaker your currency is, the better off you are, which is untrue, obviously, because if the reasoning is the same in all constituencies, you have nothing but precisely a bigger than ever policy, which is a recipe for catastrophe.
Especially at a time when Germany is having a hard time at the moment on the export front as well. Do you think that the euro should be allowed to weaken, or should politicians keep to one side of the argument?
We are in a world of floating exchange rate. Floating exchange rate means that your own currency and all the other currencies goes up or down depending on the fundamentals. As you know, the euro area is governed on the basis of a central bank which has to deliver price stability. But as my successor said, of course, the exchange rate are part of the overall analysis on what you should do or not do, taking into account the fact that it has an impact with a number of other parameters on your stability, on your price stability. But again, I think what is very important is that if one single currency area like the US, and if another one like Japan, for instance, only to take those two examples, are both saying that the weakest their own currency, the better off they are, then it creates a world which is not behaving properly.
Now, your successor, Mario Draghi, has said that the recent appreciation in the euro is actually a sign of a return of confidence in the single currency. Does that tally with your own views going forward?
Well, first of all, I would say the euro as a currency has never been put in question. A lot of people were talking of the euro is collapsing and so forth. No, the euro was never about to collapse. The financial stability in the euro area was a problem. The, I would say, creditworthiness of a number of public signatures was a problem, and that's obvious, but not the euro as a currency. So there is nothing new there. The euro is there, and as a currency is certainly reliable and credible.
Do you think that there's room to cut interest rates from here on?
Again, I have to say that what counts is to be absolutely sure that everybody considers that the anchoring of our inflation expectations around 1.9%. I say around 1.9%. As you know, we say less than 2, close to 2. But this anchoring remains credible. If it is necessary for this anchoring to remain credible, to decrease rates, why not? I mean, it's a question of judgment, of appreciation.
Do you think we're over the worst?
I would say it is no time for complacency. It is no time for complacency. I just said that in the US, in Japan, or in Europe, what the central bank were doing should be accompanied by a very, very strong message to do the job, continue to adjust as well as possible in a number of countries, and be sure that the private sector also is putting its own house in order, which I consider is being done. But again, it is not time for any kind of complacency, in my opinion.